In this video, we're going to be working with images. After you've logged in to your blog's administration, we're going to go over here to the sidebar and click on the Files link. That'll bring up the File Explorer. And I'm actually going to add several photos. You can do these one at a time, or you can organize them by your post, or you can do like I'm going to do here and just put several photos in a folder for future use. And I'm just going to go up here and click on Assets, and that'll bring up the Add a New Folder button. And we're going to call this just Photos. Now, we need to go find our photos on our hard drive to upload. And so we'll go ahead and navigate to our images. Now you can either select these one at a time and upload them. It's kind of a hard way to do it. Or you can select them individually and select several of them at once by holding down the Control key and clicking each individual file that you want to use. Or you can select an entire row of photos by clicking the first one, holding down the Shift key, and then selecting the last file that you want to upload. And now that we've got all of our files, I'm going to go ahead and click Open, and you can see that it's uploading our photos. And after they're there, we're going to go ahead and go back over to our Posts link, and we're going to create a new post, and I'm going to call it Working with Images. And in our content area, I'm actually just going to go ahead and put in that same text. Now, in our content toolbar here, if you look across here, you can see a little picture with a tree in it. That's our Insert Images icon, and we're going to click on that. Let me bring that back here where you can see it. We're going to place our image in the image URL area. Now you can place an image outside your site. Say if you're hosting an image on some image hosting service and you have a direct link to it and it's copyright free, you can place the URL to that image, or URL to that image, in this box by right-clicking on it, taking a look at the properties, and it should give you a path to that image. I'm not going to do that. We're just going to use the images that we uploaded. That's certainly the safest way. You know that image is going to be there when you need it. So we're going to go ahead and click on the File Explorer, and you can see in the folders here that our images are there. Whoops, that's the wrong folder. And I'm going to use the Sunset folder, or Sunset file, picture. And in the image description, this is the alt tag on your web page, and it is there for accessibility for people with problems seeing or blind. They can find out what that image is about by your description. And this is also a great place to make sure that if the image has something to do with SEO on your site, it's a good place to put a keyword, because search engines put a fair amount of weight on keywords in alt tags. Let's go ahead and we'll put in our sunset photo. Now, the next question you're going to be asked here is about alignment, where you want that image on the page, and you can set it to make sure that that image stays at the top of your post, towards the middle, bottom, the top of the text so it stays even with the top of the text, or bottom of the text so it stays even with the bottom, or it can float left or it can float right. Let's go ahead and have ours float to the right. Now you can set dimensions for your photo. If you don't do this evenly, then you can get some pretty strange effects with your image getting squashed. So in this video I don't have time to show you how to alter the sizes of your images with an image editor, but I will do that later with a free image editor that you can do this fairly easily with. Let's go ahead and I'm going to cut this thing down by at least a quarter, or 3/4. Let's see, let's do that 200 by 150. Oops. And here under the borders field, this is for if you're going to turn that image into a link also. You can have a link on that image. And what happens is it puts a border around that image, a bright blue border that's kind of ugly looking. So most web designers zero that border out so it won't show up. In the next field, actually the next two fields is vertical and horizontal space. This is a space around the image, and it keeps other images and text away from the image that we're working with, so it doesn't look too crowded. So I'm just going to put a couple of pixels, and then we'll hit insert, and you'll see that our photo is here floated to the right. Our text is over here as normal, and that's pretty much all there is to adding an image to your post. Now let's say I'm done working with some photos and I want to make sure I've got room on my server. I can either delete those images to make more space, or if things are getting crowded and complicated here, we can delete photos that we're not using in a post just by clicking and dragging it to the trash here to get rid of them. And that's it for this video.